It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Giants and the Browns, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Going to return this from the 10. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. Then every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter, this thing's within one score. They're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
That pickup, good for 29 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll run here with Brown. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, faking the give. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Browns 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. He'll tuck it and take off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
That'll be taken in by Spiller. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Okay, let's make some good calls, offense. Momentum, hero.
Here's Brown.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Browns are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game. all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Off play action. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet. They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on third down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He is the NFL leader in rushing to this point in the season, so he's hoping to put together a solid second half to try to take home the title. Now he'll run. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Now Brown. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On the ground, it's Brown. The ball comes out, but this is taken in by a teammate.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over for their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He'll drop to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. They'll look to throw yet again. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They'll They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. We check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into this weekend, and you see he is currently 2nd in that category. A carry here for Brown. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll stay on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll in trouble. Down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Now the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. And they will bring them down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 3rd and 2. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan in the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the 1st down.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Browns. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year. Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good, and the Browns are out to a 10-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire 1st half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. 3rd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. To the air now on 1st and 10. That'll be intercepted. Into space. To the 20. Nothing better than a big man touchdown. The defensive lineman comes up with a pick-6. Celebration time for the guys up front.
Yeah, Mike, and you can always see which guys have a little running back in their pass, because this big guy, when he got his hands on the ball, he was not being stopped until he found himself in the end zone.
The extra point is up. Front, it is now 17-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with 1st down. His throw left side is complete.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
2nd and 7. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. And the Giants here will use the 1st of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The Browns offense ready for this next possession. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Under pressure and down he goes. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat of 1st down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Once again, they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 1st half of play. So we hit halftime here in Cleveland, and the Browns are in front. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern.
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the 3rd quarter. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Spiller. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now he'll run it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Thrown left side. The catch is made.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Tight end going in motion here. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now a give up the middle. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read.
Great work there defensively, Mike. You could tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the 4th down.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. That one is good. And the Giants are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Here's Spiller. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now, problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense, the quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback...
And he will do it himself. He's in. Touchdown, Giants. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal. And, Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off he goes.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the 1st down. Up past the 40-yard line.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. In trouble, and down he goes. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Third down and 9. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This pressure is relentless. They get him again.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Browns getting their punting team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Drive will start on the ground, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now, faking the give. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. He's going to have the first down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues. Back to the ground after the penalty. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Back to throw. That's taken in. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it. And it's going to work out for them. Quickly to the outside and complete. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw yet again. Checking it down, this one is caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll find Brown out of the backfield.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Cleveland.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So now a big spot coming here. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it's a win for the Browns. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns.